Why are HBCU campuses going on lockdown? What we know so far. Imagine you wake up one morning, go to class as usual, and suddenly your campus is in lockdown. No announcements, no clear reason, but the threat feels real. This is the scene across multiple historically black colleges and universities across the US today. What led to these panic moments? What's happening now? And what does this say about threats to educational safety, race, and security in America? What is an HBCU? Briefly explain. Historically black colleges and universities, HBCUs, are institutions established before 1964 with the intention of primarily serving the black community. They have a long legacy of educating generations, often under-resourced compared to majority white institutions. The recent events. On September 11, 2025, several HBCUs across different states reported potential threats to campus safety. Universities affected include Alabama State University, Hampton University, Bethune-Cookman University, Southern University, Louisiana, Virginia State University, Clark Atlanta University, Spelman College, among others. Actions taken by the schools. Classes cancelled, students told to return to dorms, shelter-in-place orders, suspension of campus activities. Current status. Some lockdowns have been lifted, but many institutions are maintaining cancellations of classes and campus activities through the weekend. In some cases, law enforcement is investigating. But details on what kind of threats, who is behind them, or how credible they are limited or have not been publicly confirmed. How common are threats to campuses, and how do they vary across different institutions? Are HBCUs being targeted more frequently, or is this part of a broader trend affecting all universities? What's the process for assessing a potential threat? Who issues the threat? How do officials determine it's credible? What criteria trigger a lockdown versus other safety measures? Impact on students and staff. Emotional stress, anxiety, disruption of academic schedules, possible fear, especially among historically marginalized communities. Security versus freedom of movement/civil rights. When you shut down parts of campus life, how are rights impacted? Freedom of movement, speech, etc. Are there safeguards or policies in place to balance safety with preserving normal campus life? What tools and resources do HBCUs have to respond? Funding for security infrastructure. Coordination with local, state, and federal law enforcement. Emergency notification systems and drills. Wider social/political context. Underlying tensions such as racism, political polarization, campus protests. How similar threats have played out historically. The role of media reporting, responsible versus sensational, when communicating about threat and safety. What we don't yet know. Specifics of the threats, who made them, how detailed or credible. Whether these threats are coordinated or related. How law enforcement is involved operationally, which agencies, what actions. What long-term changes might come out of this, policy changes, funding, security upgrades. Students at affected HBCUs, their first-hand reaction, how they felt, what they were told. University administrators, sharing their decision-making process. Campus security experts, what goes into evaluating threats and lockdowns. Lawyers or civil rights experts, perspectives on legal concerns. Representatives of HBCU advocacy groups. These events underscore how fragile a sense of safety can be, even in places dedicated to learning. There's a need to invest more in preventive security, not always heavy-handed, but well-planned, well-resourced. The psychological cost. Repeated threats and lockdowns can erode trust among students and faculty. Public demand. Calls for federal state assistance, improved threat monitoring, and transparency. Lockdowns at HBCUs are more than momentary disruptions. They are signals that institutions trusted to nurture communities are facing threats, some known, many yet to be understood. As more details emerge, what's essential is maintaining both safety and the core mission of education. Because at stake isn't just property or schedule, It's trust, belonging, and the right to learn without fear.